Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here at Journey of Faith with Pam. I hope everyone is having a blessed day. I know here right now we are getting absolutely inundated with rains, and I mean some wild, wild winds. I thought we had it bad, and then I go on the news and we're getting nothing compared to what the rest of the state is getting. And we have been in a drought for the longest time, and everybody's been praying for rain. I just didn't expect for us to get it all at one time. But we thank God for what we've got. I'm going to get started here. I do have a Bible verse for us. This one today is from Proverbs 3 5 through 6. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths." You know, that's very true. God has a plan for each and every one of us. He's not looking for the perfect people. By no means. Absolutely not. He's not looking, and he's not going out trying to touch the ministers and pastors are the most wealthy. And trust me, there's not a person on this earth that is sin free. Each and every one of us have sinned, and it's just a matter, do we ask for forgiveness? Have we repented our sins? And that's important. And if you doubt me, try it for a while. Pray to God and ask him what he wants you to do. What is your purpose? What is the intent that God has for you? And I promise, if you keep saying that prayer for a while, you'll get an answer. Promise you, you will. There's been a number of things that have taken place in the news recently. And I know I haven't been on here like I should. And every time I say that I'm going to be on here on a more of a regular schedule, something comes up. And you can probably hear the winds out there right now. It's just crazy. Something comes up, so I'm not even going to say that. I'll do what I can do. Because every time I say, it seems like something else comes up and I'm not on here the way I should. One of the things that has taken place is after nearly 7 weeks for 4 university students in Idaho that were brutally murdered. They have arrested, I'm sure everybody's heard, it's like top thing with everybody, a suspect, Brian Kohlberger, 28, 2,500 miles away in Pennsylvania, who was a student taking criminology and getting his PhD in criminology at the state of Washington. From what I understand, that he lived less than 15 minutes away from them. All I know is, for the family's sakes, I hope that they have enough evidence on this guy and that he does not get away with this. And I'm not trying to say, oh yes, this is definitely the guy, no questions asked. I'm sure it'll all come out, but I just hope that this guy does not get away with it if in fact, like I say, he is the murderer, but it certainly sounds like he is. And I'm sure you all heard too, Biden made his first visit to the border in El Paso this past Sunday. First time in 2 years. That is after here, this last year, 2022, made a record of 2.76 million people crossing the border in the physical year. That's absolutely absurd. And I'm sure when Biden went down, everything was all whitewashed and sanitized and cleaned up. And he got the cleaned up version. Absolutely, he did. What he's going to do, not sure what his purpose was of even going down there. I have no clue. But I think now with McCarthy becoming Speaker and the Republicans have a little bit of say-so now in the House of Representatives, they have kind of an agenda. Now, hopefully, with taking McCarthy 15 votes, let me backtrack just a minute. McCarthy was actually the congressman for our area here. When Trump was in office, McCarthy did everything in his power. He worked like crazy for this area. Was the best individual, and I couldn't say enough good about him. The last 2 years, it's almost like we got forgotten. His eye was on the prize, so to speak. And so when it was taking all those different ballots to see if he was going to make it to the Speaker of the House, I was like, well, maybe they need somebody in there that's going to get the job done. Maybe he's not the one. But he does pledge that he plans on, one of the big things that he plans on tackling is immigration. And he definitely should. For that many millions of people to be coming in and for other people to be expected to feed, to house, to educate. You know, if people want to come in here and they want to seek asylum, that is great. But there is a process. Let's go through the process correctly, not just walk into the border and expect everyone else to take care of the problem. And then, you know, I got to say hats off to Abbott because they were just, they were busting at the seams there in Texas and El Paso. And just like he was saying on Sunday, he begged Biden to speak to some of the ranchers that are right there on the border. And they would come in across his property, on many of these ranchers' property, telling them, hey, there's nothing you can do. People that have lived there have been raped. They've had stuff stolen. It's just, you know, they have nothing to lose. So why not? I mean, when you put anybody in a box, they're going to do whatever it takes to survive. That's a matter of survivorship. Well, I'm not sure what the situation is in Mexico, and I'm sure it's a very, very horrendous thing. But something needs to be done. And for this flood of immigrants coming across to the United States, into Arizona and into Texas, it's just unfounded. The numbers just, people can't support that amount. And now I guess even in Florida, DeSantis is calling in the National Guard because there are so many Cuban immigrants that are flooding that area. I don't know really what the answer is on a lot of this. I just wanted to let you know that got my head on a little bit better. I know I lost my aunt. It was just a rather emotional time for me, and I knew that I needed to take some time. And now my whole thoughts and prayers are with the family back there, because with this weather that we're having, it's like it's impossible, because I never know going over the grapevine what the weather is going to be like, if you're going to hit over 100 miles an hour winds, if you're going to have snow, what you're going to get. And then I have a return as well. But I just wanted to stop in real quick, make a quick video for you, let you know that I'm going to do my best to get back on more of a regular schedule. And if I'm not, again, life happens. So I thank you for your time. God bless you all. And bye-bye for now.